This is FloodStacker. In particular, this is a FloodStacker panel which is attached to one of our test stands, and later on we'll show you a video where this entire thing goes into our test um, pit, which is full of water, and we test the panels to make sure that they keep the water out, which is exactly what they're designed to do. This is a patent pending system that is designed to keep water out of homes and hospitals and shopping malls and loading docks and garages, all kinds of things. And it's been field tested mostly in the Pacific, and it's been tested in labs in the United States. In particular, the attachment system, which is two sections of belts that compress some gaskets, and I'll walk over and show you where the gaskets are so you can see from the side a little bit. There are some gaskets, that's that gray material that's up against the building, is compressed against the building. It creates a seal by these ratchet belts that you see. The belts are certified, DOT rated in fact, for 5,000 pounds a piece, and we have rated them for Miami-Dade Zone 5, which is the most extreme condition for hurricanes at within a lab in the States. So we've done everything with these, including passing the large missile test where we have shot lumber out of a high pressure cannon at both the attachments and the ratchets, and we've pulled them, we've stretched them, we've done all kinds of things to make sure that it's going to perform effectively. Now the good question is going to be, why is it called FloodStacker? Well, it's called FloodStacker because we're able to do exactly that. In the event that we've got an opening that's large, that is to say if it's high, we can put one panel on top of the other. And I'm going to show you now how that happens. We have a little roof here that I'm going to take off. It's kind of fun to say that it's a roof. It's really just a little piece of plastic molding. It's not anything special. It got it at the local hardware store. I don't want to charge you a fortune for something like this when I can tell you exactly how to make it and how to use it, and now I'll tell you what it does. In between the panel, and it's hard to see because it's so tight, in between the panel and the door there can be a little gap. And what happens during a hurricane is you get horizontal rains that could hit the door and go in behind it. We really don't want that. So that is just a little bit of extra protection. Is it absolutely necessary? Not really, but it's a good thing to have. You'll also notice that all the surfaces on FloodStacker are flat. It's flat on the sides, it's completely flat on the back and on the bottom and the top. And that's done so that we can put gasket material, just a roll of PVC peel and stick gasket material, on every surface. If we were going to stack these panels, we would put a piece of PVC gasketing material on the top surface here and just put the next panel up on top of it and belt it down. Now, in the event that we wanted to cover an opening that was wide, maybe it's a number of doors, say in a shopping mall, we have a wing system that is attached to both edges, the left and right edge of this particular panel. It allows the panel to stand out a little bit, and it allows the panels to be bolted together. So we can bolt panels together horizontally and go just as far as required. So we can do big industrial facilities, hydroelectric facilities, and water pumps and things of that nature that the city has to protect. We can offer some pretty amazing coverage. As a matter of fact, the wing system allows the panels to be essentially a standalone system, but we tend to make sure that we're always in contact with the building. You will notice that the panel is wider than the doorway, and this is intentional. We want to use the structure of the building to give us rigidity and to make sure that the panels stay up no matter what the pressures are on it. These are a full value system from the perspective that when we ship you a panel that's 32 inches high, we will withhold 32 inches of water. There's quite an amazing structure inside. I'll get into that in a little bit. That makes the panel very resistant to impact, and we'll talk about that and give you some detail. And the other thing is that later on we're going to put this entire thing in the test tank, which is full of water, obviously, and we'll show you just how effective this is at keeping water out of your particular building. It's also the fastest system in the world to go up and down. I think I'm going to show you, and you can time it as I do it, by the way, one-handed, that will go up and down in about 3 minutes. And that's the most impressive record of any system anywhere in the world. It's about 26 pounds empty, and it's about 80 pounds full of water, because we do water ballast it. There's a fill hole over there. We fill it up with water, and what that does is it makes sure that we add pressure to the bottom gasket down there to get the best possible seal. There's a lot of pressure backwards towards the building with the belts, and this pressure on the bottom seal just makes sure that we get a very, very good seal down there, and that no water gets past us. So that's the essence of that. And now let's take a look at some of the other episodes to describe how we build it, how we put it on, how we take it off. When you get it, it comes in a plastic bag that's protected. You can store it in the bag afterwards, so long as FedEx doesn't ruin it. And it comes with the panel. It comes with the 2 belts, 4 anchors, and 15 feet of gasket material, which is plenty for you to cover the sections that you need to cover. Okay, next segment.